Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my August TBR. Now, I'm filming very far ahead and the weather cannot make its mind up what the hell it's doing. So I decided to film inside. Got a bit of hay fever, aka possibly a cold, not sure, but that's typical me. But I thought before I actually show you the books I'm going to read, I just thought I would give you a very brief update on a couple of things on my channel, in the fact that I've decided that my classics project, I've only got 2 books left and that's fine, I'll carry on with that. But going forwards, I'm not sure if I'm going to do that next year. And my Dickens project is stopped. I've decided I'm not going to carry on with any more Dickens, certainly this year, because I'm just not in the right headspace and I'm really struggling. I'm not enjoying reading them and I'm not getting the most out of them. So I need to go back and do that. I've decided that in August I am going to do a video about my classics because I'm having a real struggle with them at the moment and reaching out for some hints from you guys about what I'll do with it. But yeah, I've just decided to pause that. So I'm still going to do my booktuber favourite authors sometimes. I'm just going to take my stress levels down. Still got the TBR jar, still got my reread because the reread's something I've started and I'm really enjoying it. So yes, that's what's going to happen. But I do not want this all day. This is typical. I'm not hating, but it's killing me off at the moment. I like Rudolph on speed. So first of all, I'll show you the 2 TBR jar books. The 2 buddy reads I've got. Then I'll do the TBR jar because I do not want to forget this time round like I did last month. Then I'll show you the books. But it is August and it is going to be the month where the kids are off for the whole month. So I have tried to be a bit more careful on what I picked. I picked books that I'm really excited about, picked books that are more going to be relevant because July is not going that brilliantly with my books, so I do better in August. So the next one is The Moon Sister by Lucinda Riley, and this one is about Tiggy. So I've literally just going to be reading The Pearl Sister in July, and then August we're reading this one because the way it all works out with the months, otherwise I wouldn't have enough time. And this is about Tiggy, so I don't know very much about her. I don't know if I'll find out more about her in The Pearl Sister. And she's following her instinct, her book is set in the Scottish Highlands. And there she takes a job doing what she loves, caring for animals. And then her decision about, about a gypsy that lives there, and he tells her that she's inherited a 6th sense from the ancestors. Oh, and then she goes back to Spain, Granada in Spain. Okay, so that's where some of it is. So it starts off in Scotland and then it goes to Spain. And in the shadow of the magnificent Alhambra, Tiggy discovers her connection to the fabled Greek community in Sacramento. So the Candela, the greatest flamenco dancer in her generation. That could be interesting. It's yet again massive. It's like just over 700 pages. So yeah, that was going to be a big one, but I'm reading that with Gaia, so I look forward to that. Then I'm going to read The House in the Ceridian Sea. Finally! Finally! I'm reading this with the lovely Ange from Angie's Book Chatter. She got me this for my birthday this year, and we decided we're buddy reading it. A lot of people have raved about this book, and I'm really looking forward to it. He expected nothing, but they gave him everything. Linus Baker leads a quiet life. At 40, he has a tiny house with a devious cat and his beloved records company. And at the Museum of Charge of Magical Youth, he spent many dull years monitoring their orphanages. Then one day, Linus is summoned by the extremely upper management and given a highly classified assignment. He must travel to the orphanage where 6 dangerous kids reside, including the Antichrist. There, Linus must somehow determine if they could bring an end to the days. This looks pretty good. Can't wait to do that. So that's the 2 buddy reads. Now let's see what the TBR jar's going to do to me. Please be nice. Okay, let's see what it says. Oh yay, it's a contemporary. Oh, I need that. If I Never Met You by Marley McFarlane. Yay! Summer book. I've loved this author's work. It's a really nice, easy contemporaries. Laurie and Jamie have had the perfect office romance. Everyone can see they're head over heels. This must be true love. When Laurie is dumped by a partner of 18 years, she's blindsided. Not only does she feel humiliated, they still have to work together. So when she gets stuck in a lift with handsome colleague Jamie, they hatch a plan to stage the perfect romance. Revenge will be sweet. Ooh, this looks good. looking forward to that. So that's finally the TBR jar does go. Yay! You can really see the light. I probably should have filmed outside. Sorry about this. Maybe, you know. So my reread for the month is Yours Cheerfully by AJ Pierce, which is the second book in the series. Dear Mrs. Bird I read the other month, and I decided that, to be honest, I thought I'd read Yours Cheerfully. Yes, it's cheating, it's 2 rereads of the same author, but her latest book, Dear Mrs. Porter's out, so I decided I need an excuse to get to this. I loved this last year when I read it. It is absolutely stunning. Again, it's the same sort of thing, but just pink. Why not? Why not read a book I know I'm going to love? Then for my booktuber's favourite author, A Tidy Ending by Joanne Cannon. Now, I know that Charlie from Charles Heathcote loves this author's works. It's like a more of a mystery kind of element, but I have been told it is very much like The Trouble with Goats and Sheep by the author. So I'm kind of not sure. I bought this one when we went to London for Katie's book launch. Linda lives a nice normal life on a nice normal street with Cherry, her perfectly ordinary husband. Linda's not like everyone else. She keeps herself to herself, but she's good at solving puzzles. And there are times she sees things that other people might have overlooked. Because nothing in Cavendish Avenue is quite as it seems. So it's good. Hopefully I'll like that. Then a book that Charlie, my sister Charlie from Charlie Book Reads, has raved about. A book that the lovely Gemma from Gemma Books got me for my birthday. Cat Lady by Donna Filter. Yeah, Charlie saw this in a charity shop and loved it. I've spoken about it on my mid-year freak-out tag. It is probably the most gorgeous book I own. Charlie has raved about it 1,000,001 times. Charlie from Heathcote has raved about it. We've all known that the Cat Lady, we've probably all judged her too, but what is behind the label, and what if there's a story worth 9 lives? I'm totally the crazy cat lady, but I'm not independent. I'm not single, but I don't live alone. But I'm still crazy cat lady. And it's the lead character is called Mia, my daughter's name. It's safer for Mia to play the part that people expect her. She's a good wife to her husband Tristan, a doting stepmother. She slips on a suit for work each morning like a new skin. But beneath the surface, there's another woman just clawing to get out. When a shopping event shatters the conventional life she's been careful to build, Mia is faced with a choice. Does she live in a society that's all too quick to judge, or does she live for herself? I can't wait to read this. This one may get read very, very quickly. Then I decided I wanted to get this book because I was given this by one of my Charlie's friends' mum. It's a Fern Britton book. It's The Good Servant, and it's apparently good daughter, good mother, good woman, good servant. She tried to be them all. And this is about Marion Crawford. I've read one book about her. This is set in 1932 in the Dunfermline in Scotland. And this is her story. So I've read one book about her, and this will be another one. And it's set partly in Dunfermline in Scotland, partly in Windsor Castle. So I really don't know. This is about like Crawford, and she meets George and falls in love for the first time. It does sound a bit like a book that I've read, so I'm hoping I like it. Fingers crossed. Then I got a book. It's got the word August on the title. I thought, no question. One August Night by Victoria Hislop. Again, she is a Greek. She sets a lot of her books in Greece. Anna's beauty was a gift as well as a curse, and women like that will always drive men to the extreme behaviour. It wasn't her fault, you know. So this is a hardback copy of this book, and we've got this in the charity shop, and it's very short. It's about 200 pages, and it's about leprosy, but it's got the leprosy in it, which could be a bit hard-hitting. On the island of Spinloco, it's set in 1957 in 25th of August, so... And when time stops dead for Maria Petrakis and her sister Anna, the two families splinter apart. For the love of Pip Flacker, the closure of Spinaloca, forever coloured with tragedy. Don't know. It's stunning. So I'm hoping I like this. Now for the books that are on my summer books. I've got 3 books to show you. So they're perfectly summer ones. And this is The Beach House Summer by Sarah Morgan. It was released last year. I bought it in my local charity shop for 25p, I believe, or 20p. This is The Marriage in the Spotlight. Joanna Whitman's high-profile marriage held more secrets than she cares to remember. So when her ex-husband dies, she doesn't know what to feel, but she does discover he's left behind a pregnant and young woman. Joanna is forced to act. She knows how brutal the spotlight will be on them both. I've spoken about this in my summaries, which I'll try and link below, but this does look really good, really summery, Can't wait to read that. Then an author that I'm very hit and miss with, Katie Flynn, The Rose Queen. And my sister, I think Mum and Charlie bought me this last year. It's called Rose Queen. And again, that's spoken about in that video. But it's set in 1938. And Katie is chosen to be the Rose Queen for their annual Rose Fete. She's thrilled to be treated like royalty for the day. But deep down, she's desperate to leave the Welsh mining community where she grew up. She goes to London or something. But yeah, it does look good. Hopefully I like it. Then Harriet Evans' book, a book that I think was quite new released. It's The Beloved Girls by Harriet Evans. And this is successful barrister Catherine Christoph goes missing the day before her wedding anniversary. The clue to her disappearance, it seems, lies buried 30 years in the past. 30 years in the past is 1989. That's bloody scary. Somerset, 1989, Janie Lestrange arrives to stay for the summer at the grand old house of the Hunter family. But something is wrong beneath the beautiful facades of the Vanes. Janie's childhood friend Kitty Hunter, her brother and her secretive parents, once so welcoming, do not seem to want her there. Dark, mysterious, but it looks gorgeous, so I'm looking forward to it. Then a book by one of our booktubers, Jane Campbell, The Bookshop Book. And it's a non-fiction book, and it's about every bookshop has a story. It's a nice, short and sweet book. It's only 250 pages. And my cat's going crazy. And it's about the oldest bookshop. So it's books about bookshops. So I can't wait to read this. And I found it for, I can see the sticker, so it's a Baz Books book for £1. Then a book by another favourite author of mine, a book that came out last year, Cornish Clouds and Silver Lining Skies. But this is by another Annie McNamara, who you know I love. And it's meteorologist Sky Matthews does not like surprises. Sky monitors her life like she does her weather, carefully and with a scientific eye. So when she finds herself temporarily relocated to a tidal island off the Cornish harbour town of St Felix, she feels completely at sea. Worse still, she has to work alongside weatherman Sonny Samuels, who barely knows his storms from his tsunamis. Bit of romance. Sounds good. Hope you like it. Then a book that I recently got from the charity shop, but one I'm intrigued by, and that's Fanny Blake's A Summer Reunion. 4 friends that are older. It's an older protagonist, and it's set in Mallorca. It's summer. They all sort of meet up for a reunion, and they all gather, and secrets are unearthed, and it looks a very summery book, so I thought, let's go for it. Then on a different note, a book that I thought Mia might like, and it's about the suffragette movement, and it's Things a Bright Girl Can Do by Sally Nichol. I think I read that on my library app once. I tried to read it. It's a bit of a bigger book, but it's a YA book about the suffragette movement, and it's sort of set in 1914, and Evelyn is rich and clever, but she isn't allowed to go to university. Life is set out for her, and she meets Nell, who's a girl that's grown up with hardship, and she sees a kindred spirit. It looks really good. Then a book that I read for my trial chapter, and I decided I was going to finish it, and that would be The Virgin Widow by Anne O'Brien. I read this for the trial chapter, and I did actually enjoy this. And this is about Anne Neville, who's the heiress and daughter of the great pawnbroker of the land, Warwick, the Kingsmaker. Trapped in a deadly tangle of political intrigue, she is a pawn used for the uncertain gain. I'm hoping I like this. I did try a chapter on it, and I thought it looked good, but I hope I like it. Then I've got Dear Lottie, which is a book I'm reading for Love Book Tours book, so it's an ad PR product. I hope I like it, because the one I read this month's not gone that particularly amazing. 3 decades, 2 hearts, 1 wish to be together. Lottie used to be a dreamer, but she never did see herself as a housewife to a controlling husband. When Lottie's nana unexpectedly passed away in the late 50s, her dreams died alongside her. Blinded by grief, her actions changed the course of her life, and that of Henry Hollister, her first love. With Henry haunting her dreams and the burden of regret, Lottie and Henry wish for nothing more than to turn the clock back to a time of innocence. Looks intriguing. Hope I like it. Then, last but not least, Judah and the Shark by Kieran Mills Hargreaves. I got given this by Alice for my birthday, and I think it was on my summer reads, but if not, it's one I definitely want to read. It's a middle grade book, and it's got great, gorgeous illustrations in it, which I just love it. Where's the other ones? It's just stunning. It really is stunning. The lighthouse is a good place for adventure. My name is Julia. This is the story of the summer I spent on an island living on a lighthouse. The summer I almost lost my mum and found a shark older than trees. Don't worry though, that doesn't spoil the ending. This looks amazing. Definitely can't wait to read this. So, what amazing. So, what do you think of my TBR for August? Are there any books on there you think I should prioritise? Are there any books you want to know more about? I'd love to know in the comments down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribe it, and on my ding-a-ling. I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.